My name is Anderson Day, and this is a video on card sorting using Optimal Workshop. So you might be wondering, why would you use an online card sorting service when card sorting is a physical thing that you do in person? But Optimal Workshop, it's the same thing as card sorting, but you don't have to put in the data to an Excel spreadsheet. It helps you decipher the data and can help make your information architecture a hell of a lot better. So we'll dive into this. So first, you'll sign into, make an account, sign in, and you'll see that Optimal Workshop has more research things than just card sorting. But today we're just going to learn about card sorting. So we're going to go in here and we're going to create a new card sorting study. So let's name this study How to Video. So you'll go over here. Who wants a URL that's like that? So let's go How to. Folder. I already have a folder for Vim. I was doing card sorting for their information architecture, but we'll just not put it in a folder. And I'm using the free service. If you were doing this professionally, you might want to upgrade because you have way more features. But I don't need to password protect any of my studies. They're not confidential. I didn't sign any NDAs to do anything. Closing rule, you also need to update to do that. So after you do all that, you can go in here, and cool thing is, see over here that Optimal Workshop, it'll auto-save everything for you, so all your changes you don't have to worry about. If your internet goes down, it'll always be there. So over here, we go to cards, and so you can add as many cards as you want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so you can go over here, and then you have different categories. So there's 3 different types of card sorting techniques that you can do. Open card sorting, which open card sorting, it allows participants to sort the cards into different categories that make sense to them, and then they can label the what they think the categories should be called. And a closed card sort is you give the categories to them, and the participants have to sort the cards into those specific categories. And then a hybrid card sort, the participants sort the cards into categories you give them, and they're allowed to create their own categories. So if they see a better fit for a certain category, they can make it. So I'll show you the study that I've done before. So once you administer the things, let's go to Vim, open card sort. We did an open card sort for Vim. So we'll relaunch this. I already did it, but just to show you guys, I can do this. So as you see here, I have about 24 cards that are different pages and different materials on Vim's website. And categories, obviously it's an open card sort. When you have the free version of Optimal, it only lets you use up to 10 participants, but you don't really need a ton more than 10 participants. Nielsen Norman Group published a study that said that you'll uncover 85% of the problems with testing with 5 people, and majority of the time after that, you're just uncovering the same problems over and over again. So once you end the study, you go and you can see your results, and this is super helpful because you don't have to plug any of this data in. So here it shows you how long the things took, how people took to complete your card sorting activity, As you see here, I had 6 people participate. Well, really 5, because only 5 of them actually finished the card sorting. So do the analysis. You can see the different participants and what they did with their individual cards. You see this person abandoned, so you can choose to include or not include certain people. You can also look at the cards. So there's different cards, different categories of what people put in. You can also create categories. So which is really cool about this is, so you see it has an agreement. So what I did was all the ones that people made that had seemed relevance to about, you can go up here and you can add different things and standardize them and then call them, so it will combine all the groups into one. You can see that and it shows you the frequency of how many people put that in there. So for here, make most sense for about them, board members, in a contact form. 5 people and 4 people all agreed that those made sense together. Also, once you standardize the things, you can come over to the standardization grid, which is a little easier to tell. You can see the frequency that people agreed on in those certain categories. Another cool thing with this is similarity matrix. You can see who put things together. So 100% of the people who replied, the 5 participants, they thought men's fashion and women's fashion should be put together. Same with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. They're all relevant to each other. So you can see the percentage of relevance based on any 2 categories within this. There's also denograms, which is more complex and about different things within your information architecture, as well as PCAs, which it'll help you decide your information architecture. It's important to see what categories people create. The sort of verbiage that they use is also important in creating your categories for your website. And what you really want to do is look for consistency. How many times did people put certain categories, different cards together? And once you have the insight from this card sorting, you can go back and make an effective information architecture.